I'm Colleen Wolfe with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Week 3 kicked off in Cleveland as the Browns held off the Steelers 29-17 to move to 2-1. Jacoby Brissett was in control all night, throwing for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. Amari Cooper caught one of those scores to go with 101 yards, and Nick Chubb dominated on the ground with 113 yards and a score. Steelers wide receiver George Pickens made one of the highlight catches of the year, showing incredible athleticism to snare a one-hander from Mitch Trubisky. The rookie finished with 39 yards on 3 catches. In other news, the Ravens signed veteran pass rusher Jason Pierre-Paul. The 33-year-old has 91.5 sacks in 12 seasons. JPP won the Super Bowl with each of his previous 2 teams, the Giants and the Buccaneers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Love and Light Wellness Spa, how can I help you today?
Hi there. I'd like to make an appointment for next week.
Excellent. Does Tuesday 9 a.m. work?
Ooh, mornings are when I go to Taco Bell to get my bacon breakfast quesadilla.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't like missing out on those fluffy eggs and crispy bacon covered in melty cheeses.
Oh, I understand. Let's see what I have in the afternoon.
Namaste.
Try the bacon breakfast quesadilla, only at Taco Bell. Limited participating U.S. Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Contact local store for hours of participation, which vary.
Well, hi there. How you doing? Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, sunshine, and we're celebrating a Friday, 23rd day of September, 2022. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Okay, are you awake?
I am. I was just looking when you were talking on the air about what day it was, and didn't we just announce? Yeah, we did yesterday that was the beginning of autumn.
Yes, officially yesterday, the first day of autumn.
Well, only official things come on the airways here.
The autumnal equinox.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't do anything that's not the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably, I know he's retired, but, if I called Jim Christopherson, he'd probably explain it to me. Not that I would understand, but he would explain it.
No, I think Jim, he would do a really good job about bringing it down.
Yes. Okay. Did you hear about the Beyond Meat executive? Okay, Beyond Meat. That's the fake meat company?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Doug Ramsey, a top executive with Beyond Meat, has been charged with attacking a man and trying to bite off his nose. It was right after a University of Arkansas football game in Fayetteville. Doug Ramsey was angry, upset. Somehow I think there may have been alcohol involved. But anyway, Ramsey, one of the top executives of Don't Eat Meat, we go beyond meat.
We
with plant-based food. Yeah. Okay. So apparently it was a plant-based nose.
Yeah. Well, that's a kind of a popular thing. We've had the biting of the nose and the ear.
Yeah. Mike Tyson has just signed as Beyond Meat's spokesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be awaiting that announcement.
Yes. I think we can wait a long time.
A long time.
Yeah. We missed it, by the way. Monday was Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Okay.
Avast ye mateys. We missed it, but we'll just let it ride and wait for next year.
Let it ride.
Okay.
Sounds like a good gambling statement.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays. We've got birthdays.
Okay. Singer Julio Iglesias is 79.
Wow.
Actor Paul Peterson. He was the little boy on the Donna Reed show on TV. He's 77. Actor, singer Mary Kay Place, 75. The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, 73. Drummer Leon Taylor of The Ventures. I didn't know they had a drummer. I thought it was all guitar. He's 67. Actor Rosalind Chow of Deep Space Nine. She was also on MASH, is 65. Actor Jason Alexander is 63. Other birthdays today, actor Lisa Ray is 56. Singer Annie DeFranco, 52. Actor Kip Pardue is 46. Actor Anthony Mackie, 44. Actor Brandon Victor Dixon is 41. And let's see, actor David Lim, 39. Actor Kush Jumbo, he's 37. Yeah, if you're going to make up a name, come up with something better. Okay, Kush. Yeah. Actor Skylar Aston is 35.
Where did they come up with these names?
I don't know.
They
well.
Put, pieces of paper in a sealed jar and shake it up. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, local birthdays coming up.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Monica Dominguez, Norma Green, Glenda Ramirez, Miguel Campos, Danny Sanudo, Abelardo Fimbres, Simon Garcia, Anna Duarte, Candy Smith, Larry Williams, Melinda Smith, Zoraya Holmes, Joanna Ramirez, Raquel Gomez, Linda Long, Carol Butler, Wendy Duarte, Jasmine Cardona, Jason Knight, Robert Irving, Henry Lycea Jr., Carla Ochoa, Jean Orajo, and Willie Aoun. Happy birthday from KXO. Celebrate this weekend. Okay. Are you ready for some football?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It is football season.
It is football season tonight, city championship, and something special. At about 6:30, there's going to be a Sparty Tunnel run featuring kids from the local school districts, and they're kids with autism and intellectual disabilities. They're going to run through the tunnel before the game, going to meet the Spartan players, and pregame honors to these kids. So it'll be very, very interesting tonight. That's before the game. And by the way, John Driffle and I will be there to bring you the action, the city championship. That would be Southwest and Central.
Both of them have to travel a great distance.
Yes. Okay, so far this year, we had one game that started an hour earlier than what we were told. And then last week, our game started an hour late. The Santa Fe Christian team got held up in a traffic accident, not involving them, but it shut off the freeway, and they arrived about an hour late. So it made it even. We got one an hour early, got one an hour late. We're even. I don't expect Southwest to have any issues traveling to Cal Jones Field.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for some news?
We've got news this morning.
We're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. A big storm is heading towards Florida next week. Meteorologist David Parkinson.
Tropical Depression 9 likely to become Hurricane Hermine by the end of the weekend and start of next week, and some real impacts for a large part of the East Coast.
Meanwhile, in Bermuda, Hurricane Fiona is battering the island, knocking out power to more than 20,000 people. But Stephen Cusham with Bermuda Disaster Management tells us...
We haven't had very many calls from the public at all. So based on that and what we experienced in previous hurricanes, we're expecting not to see too much damage.
In LA County, masks are no longer required on public transportation, including in airports. The mandate was lifted today.
I think it's political, and I think it's a really dumb thing to do.
New York State lifted the same mandate earlier this month. A federal judge ended the mandate nationwide back in April. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Schools in Los Angeles will have the anti-overdose drug Narcan available after a recent rash of overdoses, including the death of a 15-year-old girl. LA Unified Superintendent Alberto Carvalho.
We're going to start with about 600 units, which means every one of our senior high schools and middle schools will have these units in hand.
District police officers will carry it as well. It can stop the effects of an overdose temporarily, allowing the patient to get medical treatment. A family suing Huntington Beach after a 2-year-old girl was attacked by a coyote while playing in the sand.
The coyote ran up and it tore the girl's face, leaving deep lacerations and now scars on her face.
Attorney Sam Soleimani says the city didn't respond to a public safety threat they knew existed because of an increasing population of coyotes. It hasn't followed through with a previously announced safety plan. Rocket launch tomorrow at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Delta IV rocket carrying a spy satellite for the National Reconnaissance Office into space. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist for sales, for repairs, for replacement, Lock Air Conditioning, and custom sheet metal.
I'm Tamron Hall. Why give your family just ordinary eggs when they can enjoy the best? Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition compared to ordinary eggs. With 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat, and 38% more lutein. Because the way we care is anything but ordinary. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Everyone, who's manning the front tonight?
Big E's nightclub needs a bouncer with a military background.
Dougie, I need you to keep eyes on the back.
Security who lays down the no-no when the us get too intense.
That Swedish DJ duo is back tonight. Y'all remember last time.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the Valley to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Well, taking a look at the latest in the local news, it's a Friday morning, and there is an agenda today for a special IID directors meeting. It's a one-item agenda, he explains in the story.
It will be held this afternoon. There's just one action item on the agenda. Directors will be asked to adopt a resolution proclaiming a local emergency associated with the September 9th storm event. The storm system, remnants of Hurricane K, caused significant damage to the Imperial Irrigation District's electric and water infrastructure and other property in the Imperial County. Resolution helps ensure the district's eligibility to receive reimbursement money from the State of California Governor's Office of Emergency Services for repair and or replacement of the district's electric and water infrastructure damaged in the storm event. The special meeting will be called to order at 1:30 this afternoon and will be held at the Executive Room at the Round Building on Main Street in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The city of El Centro is performing emergency repairs to a sewer line, and that is a continuous situation. Crews and equipment are working at the intersection of Imperial Avenue and Euclid. Euclid Avenue is closed through traffic between 12th Street and LaBrucherie Avenue while repairs are underway. Motorists are advised to use an alternate route. KXO News Time 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
In other local news, we have an update on active COVID-19 cases. Here's more on this story.
A new update was released Thursday morning. Numbers are released by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, active cases of COVID-19 have dropped by 79. There are currently 260 active cases of the virus as compared to 339 cases reported Tuesday. Deaths attributed to the virus remain at 954. Tier metrics for Imperial County have not been updated. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the IVC student orientation is for Spanish-speaking students. They can learn what IVC has to offer. Student orientation will be held September the 28th. It'll be in Spanish. The students will meet in classroom 3700 from 10:30 until noon. They will learn about the available resources of the Imperial Valley College. Don't forget a free community car wash this Saturday between 10 a.m. and noon at First Christian Church parking lot on South Waterman in El Centro. There will also be complimentary drinks, hot dogs, bouncy house for kids while you wait. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the Valley: at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
With food prices going up, it's hard to decide on what to buy and where to buy. If you're looking for a way to stretch your food dollars, look no further than your neighborhood grocery outlet. We have the name brands you love for 40 to 70% less than regular grocery stores. Our stores are locally owned and operated by people in your community, so we understand the challenges you are facing. Stop by your local grocery outlet today for deals you won't believe.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
It's Page 2 of the Local News and Weather, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
In other local news, the Imperial County Sheriff's Volunteers Services will hold a pit barbecue dinner. It's this Sunday, September the 25th. It's a drive-through event at the fairgrounds in Imperial from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. The cost is $12 per plate. The proceeds will go to benefit several vital organizations. They include the Sheriff's Reserve, the Sheriff's Posse, the Sheriff's Aero Squadron, Explorer Post 500, Deanza Search and Rescue, and the Sheriff's Activity League. Well, there's a new member on the El Centro Police Department, and Carroll Buckley might be able to reflect on that better than anybody.
Well, Brinley is now with the El Centro Police Department. Brinley is a standard poodle that started off life to become a guide dog, a seeing eye dog through Guide Dogs of the Desert. Brinley is the sister of a guide dog puppy that my wife Pam and I raised named Louie. And Brinley, like Louie, decided, I really don't want to be a guide dog. I'd rather offer emotional support. So Louie is an emotional support dog in Palm Springs. Brinley is a certified therapy dog with the El Centro Police Department, and she is a sweetheart. We We went through training with Brindley and Louie together a number of times at Palm Springs Guide Dogs of the Desert. So we know Brindley, and she's a sweetheart. If you have a chance to meet her, you're going to love her.
Well, you'll have to keep us updated. Vacancies on the El Centro Planning Commission. George Gale filed this story.
2 positions will expire on the Planning Commission in El Centro on October 3rd. Applications are available at the El Centro City Clerk's office at City Hall, 1275 Main Street in El Centro. You can also print an application for the city's from the city's website to be considered for one of the 2 positions. The completed application should be returned by September 28th. Applications received after the deadline will be considered for future vacancies. Appointees to the Planning Commission serve with no compensation and will be required to file a Form 700 Statement of Economic Interest within 30 days after assuming office and complete an ethics training course for local officials. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we'll be back with a look at the weather.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says high pressure will strengthen across the region through the weekend, aiding in an eventual return to dry conditions area-wide and temperatures warming to above normal. The above normal temperatures are likely to peak early next week with daytime highs between 105 and 108 across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. 99 the high yesterday, 81 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 102. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 83. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north-northwest after midnight. Saturday sunny with a high near 105. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour. Sunny on Sunday with a high near 107, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. We have 84 degrees downtown El Centro, 45% relative humidity, wind out of the south at about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal. 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you. So call All Valley Junk Removal.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Imperial prevailed. The Imperial Tigers topped the Gila Ridge Hawks 18-8 last night, Thursday night football. Hey, you can go back to our YouTube channel and listen again. Tonight, Brawley is at Fallbrook, Holtville at Mission Bay. Claremont and Calipatria tee it up in the north end. And Vincent Memorial travels to Sweetwater High School to take on Bonita Vista. Barstow visits Palo Verde. Calexico has a bye. And it's the city championship in El Centro, Southwest Central from Cal Jones Field. John Driffel and me will be on the air at 6:45 tonight. Thursday night football. You know, it's free on AM 1230. Browns beat the Steelers 29-17. And Sean Payton is now working for Fox Sports, but says, you know, I might be interested in returning as an NFL coach if the situation is right. And Jerry Jones, owner, general manager, grand poobah of the Dallas Cowboys, wants Cooper Rush to make life difficult for the Cowboys. He wants Rush, the backup quarterback, to play so well there would be controversy as to whether Dak Prescott would assume the starting role once he is healthy enough to play again. Stir it up. Yeah.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball still being played, and it was, the Padres lost. The Padres dropped one to the Cardinals, 5-4. Meanwhile, the Dodgers continued to roll. They nipped the Diamondbacks 3-2. Guardians over the White Sox, 4-2. Yankees edged the Red Sox, 5-4. Phillies blanked the Braves, 1-0. Orioles shut out the Astros, 2-0. Rays doubled up on the Blue Jays, 10-5. It was the Brewers over the Reds, 5-1. Colton Wong with 3 home runs in that game. Cubs edged the Pirates, 3-2. It was the Mariners beating up on the Athletics, 9-5. Giants shut out the Rockies, 3-0. Royals topped the Twins, 4-1. And Rangers over the Angels, 5-3. Can't wait for Artie Moreno to sell the Angels and bring in somebody that has an idea about what they're doing. Don't forget, we have Raiders football across the hall on FM 107.5. Raiders, Tennessee Titans, 9 o'clock Sunday morning, right here. I know, across the hall on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. And they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Well, there's a lot of buyer interest in the electric Hummer being offered by Chevrolet, but there's a limited capacity to build them. So General Motors has stopped taking orders for the massive EV. Yeah, and deliveries are not expected to begin at least until spring of next year. Yeah, about 45,000 have been reserved so far. Meanwhile, prospective home buyers are getting hit by a double whammy of bad news. Prices remain prohibitively high for many consumers, largely due to low supply. Mortgage rates have also skyrocketed to their highest level in 14 years. That is weighing on demand for both new home construction as well as sales of existing homes on the market. Home builder Lennar and KB both reported their latest quarterly results yesterday. The two companies each posted a profit that topped analyst forecast, but revenue was below Wall Street's expectations. What's shaking on Wall Street? Well, we're under 30,000 on the Dow. 29,654, off 423 points right now. The S&P 500 down 62 points at 3,695. The NASDAQ off 181 points at 10,886. Gold has dropped $30.70 an ounce. Told you should have sold the fillings last week when it was up. Oil down $4.89 a barrel as well.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 102. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 83. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north-northwest after midnight. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 105. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour. We have 85 degrees downtown El Centro, 40% relative humidity right now. The wind be calm. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro, also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best weeks in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Voting is underway in Russian-held regions of Ukraine on whether those areas should become part of Russia. Ukrainian officials say it's a bogus attempt by Vladimir Putin to annex them. CBS's Mary Ilushina.
Once these territories are added to the Russian Federation, he will consider potentially any attack on these lands, as an attack on Russia.
An independent commission set up to look into human rights violations in Ukraine is out with its first report. Correspondent Cami McCormick has the details.
In Geneva, an independent commission into war crimes is underway. The Ukrainian representative.
8 months of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine made the international community witness to the atrocities not seen on our continent for decades.
The Russians did not attend the session, which the president of the council called deplorable. The head of the commission of inquiry said evidence gathered so far has concluded war crimes have been committed.
Border checkpoints around Russia are filled with young men trying to leave the country to avoid Putin, called up hundreds of thousands of civilians to join the fight. A new tropical depression is turning in the Atlantic. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson says people in Florida and on up the East Coast should keep an eye out.
Just formed this morning, and it is likely to impact Florida as early as Tuesday. Landfall likely coming on Wednesday somewhere in Florida.
Hurricane Fiona is now a Category 3 storm hundreds of miles off the Carolinas after slamming into Bermuda overnight. The system is expected to bring strong winds, heavy rainfall, and flooding to provinces in eastern Canada this weekend. An NBA coach may be moving on soon.
Wild comeback here for the Celtics.
Boston holding a news conference this hour after suspending Ime Udoka for the season over a reported consensual relationship with a female staffer. The coach has apologized for letting everyone down, but fans aren't so forgiving.
You should have known better. What's wrong with you?
We've been waiting like 10 years to get back to the finals. We finally get there, and they suspend our head coach for the entire season.
Analysts predict Udoka could get snatched up by another team. And a tennis great plays his last match of his professional career today. Roger Federer says injuries have taken a toll.
We're at an intersection here at a crossroad, and you have to take a turn. Which way is it? I was not willing to go into the direction of let's risk it all.
Federer, who's 41 now, teaming up with Rafael Nadal for a doubles match at the Laver Cup in London. They face Americans Jack Sock and Francis Tiafoe. Dow down 427. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy.
Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 10/1. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
NASA is about to crash a spacecraft into a faraway asteroid. CBS's Tom Foti has the details.
The space agency's about to clobber a small, harmless asteroid some millions of miles away. If it works right, a spacecraft named DART will hit that asteroid on Monday at 14,000 miles an hour.
We are testing to see if you can make impact with an asteroid and change its trajectory in case we ever do find an asteroid headed towards Earth.
NASA's Karen Fox says this project is part curiosity, partly an attempt to be proactive. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
Tough times at FedEx. The company plans to raise rates by almost 7% in January to make up for a global slowdown in business. Both FedEx and UPS already raised rates about 6% this year. Yesterday, FedEx reported profits were down 20% in the first quarter earnings report from a year earlier. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230.